Hey family, welcome back to my channel. My name is Matt. If you're new here, welcome. Remember to stay till the end of the video for more information about the giveaway on this channel. Remember to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. My Instagram is linked below. Go follow me there, join the fam. Let's jump in. So in this video, we're gonna go over the 8 different types of income streams that you can create for yourself. But before we do that, we're gonna smash the like button. Let's do it together, guys. It takes 2.2 seconds, 2.1 on a good day. All right, good. All right, we're done. So everybody wants to talk about passive income. I wanna sit on a beach somewhere and make money from my MacBook Air or MacBook Pro, depending on how much money you wanted to spend. So we're gonna go over the 8 actual real types of income that you can create for yourself. So the first type of income is the good old earned income. So we got Mark here. He's going to the general store. He puts his 8 hours in, and then he gets a paycheck at the end of the week or the end of the month or whatever it happens to be. So that is earned income, right? So go to work at a store or a business or whatever you're doing, your earned income, you know, a career. That would be number 1, earned income. So the second type of income would be a profit. So this would be basically from a business. So if you made X amount of money and then after you paid all your expenses, all your employees, yourself, everything, you have a profit left over. Therefore, that would be for being reinvested into the business or to be taken home or taken as a distribution. So it'd be the profit after all your expenses are paid. So the top line would be your gross revenues, and then the bottom line would be your net profit, how much money you made from the business, right? So let's say Mark here again started a construction business, and he had labor, and he had to buy materials, and he had to buy a bobcat, and he does stone work, for example, and he has a bunch of jobs, and then everyone has a top line, and then you have expenses, how much you charge, and you have your expenses, and you have a profit for each job after you've paid yourself, and then at the end of the year, there's a combined profit, and that could be broken up into months. Every month you have a profit, every quarter you have a profit, and then every year you have a profit. So it's month, quarter, year, right? So that's a profit. So that's the second type of income. The third type of income is interest income. So there's primarily 2 ways to earn interest income. Number 1 is if you loan somebody money. So let's say you loan, let's say Mark loans me $100 and says, Matt, when you pay me back, you gotta pay me back $110, right? So here's Mark, he's waiting for his $110 back. I give him $110 back. He just made $10 in interest off that money he loaned me, right? So that's the first way. The other way you make interest income is through a bank, right? So that's one of the few things they do. So let's say you go to the bank, you open up a high yield savings account, you put money in there, and then they pay you interest. It's not that much, but interest over time, either monthly, quarterly, or yearly, right? Usually it's monthly. And then that's how you make interest on your money at the bank. But obviously the bank doesn't pay you that much. So, but that's the main 2 ways to make interest on your money, either loaning it or giving it to a bank. This one is my favorite, dividend income. Now, what is dividend income? This is another source of passive income that comes through us investments, right? So either you have a single stock or a mutual fund. You know, we've talked a good amount about that. We're gonna talk more about that in the future. But let's say this Mark guy, he owned 100 shares in Apple, right? So Apple would give him a dividend because he owns 100 shares. Now, usually companies either give dividends quarterly, annually. Those are the 2 main ways they give it, or I guess monthly you could do. I'm not sure if there's anybody who does that, but monthly, quarterly, or annually, right? So, like I said, you have 100 shares of Apple, right? So, an Apple's trading at $124.69 if we want to get exact right now. And let's say you own 100 shares of Apple, right? So every share, they pay you a dividend, right? So 100 shares times, let's say the dividend price is $2.50. So we do 100 times 250, which is, so 100 shares times $2.50 equals $250. So that means you would get a $250 dividend probably every year, or you can split it up by quarter, whichever one you want to do. The next type of income is another good one, rental income. Right, so this is when you own real estate, my favorite, right? So let's say you buy a house for an investment property and you put renters in it and they pay you $1,000 a month after expenses. So you have the gross rent of $1,000 a month, and then you take out your operating costs, such as you have a mortgage, you have property taxes, you have a vacancy, you have repairs, all that fun stuff. So whatever 1,000 minus all that is your rental income that you make off of a piece of real estate. And then that would be considered rental income. So you make money from the real estate. So that's a pretty simple one. Capital gains is number 6, another good one. So this is when you buy a mutual fund or a share of stock and it goes up in value, right? So let's go back to that Apple example. Let's say you bought Apple at $124.69. You bought it today, you bought 100 shares of it, right? Then it goes up to $200 a share. When you sell the shares of Apple, you're gonna have to pay taxes on the difference between what you bought it at and what you sold it for, because that is your gain. So you gained capital, right? You gained capital in the company, but you gained money from that transaction. Therefore, the government is gonna take a piece of it. And we're gonna go over capital gains tax in another video. That really interests me. But so that's kind of the breakdown. So as the stock or the mutual fund goes up and you sell it, then therefore you have to pay taxes on it when you sell that security. And I'm just using Apple as an example. You know, it's not. I don't even know if I have any Apple shares, but I don't think I do. No, I don't think I have any Apple shares. But I'm just using Apple as an example. Next, we have royalty income. This is when you make money from a concept, an idea, or a product that you own. So let's say you have a book, or you have a course, or you have music, or a video, or whatever it is, and you make money every time that is shown, sold, or distributed for a profit. So, therefore you make royalty income as the piece of art, or as the piece of content is being sold, or the book, or the product, or whatever, right? So that's basically what royalty income is when something's getting sold that you produced, and then you get a kickback from that, from the company. And then the last one is residual income. This specifically focuses on a product that you created that now sells in the marketplace for a good amount of money, and then you get a piece of the pie, right? So you put a book out, you put a course out, you put an affiliate link out, you put a YouTube channel out, you put a podcast out, and it makes money. You get income from that over time because you already put it out in the past, and then in the future, you have the future earnings coming in, therefore, you're gonna make money off of it, a small percentage. So residual income is kind of passive because you don't really have to do anything for it. We're gonna go over the top passive incomes out of all 8 of these, and then the least. So the most passive income would be the residual, and then the least passive income would be the earned because you're actually working for it. So those would be the top 2, or they'd be on the different sides of the spectrum. All right guys, so that's the 8 different types of income. We can go more in depth on each one in the future. I thought I'd just give a brief overview for now. I think it's valuable information because I don't think a lot of people even know that, right? So we went over the 8, good stuff guys. Rewatch it if you have any questions on any of them, or drop questions below in the comments, right? So do that for me. All right guys, here's a $100 Visa gift card giveaway on this channel. Remember to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do all that fun stuff. We're having a lot of fun. I'm excited to keep going like always. We're chugging along, right? Once we get to 1,000 family members, we're good, we're golden, we're off to a great start. We're gonna have that gift card giveaway of $100, and I'm excited, yeah? So, remember, share with all your friends, your family, your loved ones, all that fun stuff. We're growing, and we're gonna keep going. We're growing, and we're gonna keep going. Let's go. That's my new slogan. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. Remember to continually work to become the best version of yourself. And we'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace!